Hi everybody, it's Chris Candoa here. I'm coming to you from All Saints, Woodford, Wales, and I've got 5 things I'd love for you to pray about in the work we're doing with Afghan refugees. The first is really to give thanks. We've been hearing some amazing stories of churches that are wrapping around hotels that are housing vulnerable Afghan refugees. And just this week we had a really heartwarming story, and we heard that some of the people that have been helped through the Hong Kong Ready Churches network we set up from ukhk.org, Hong Kongers have been volunteering to help Afghans get settled in the UK. So people that have only been here for a few months want to pass on grace and kindness to people that are in need. So for me, that's like the cascade of grace. What we've received, we pass on to others. And I've been so encouraged by that. So thank God for that. That's been brilliant. I guess the second area of prayer is around communication and coordination. There's still real challenges between local authorities, central government, hotel providers and the voluntary sector. And as Christians, we want to be peacemakers. We want to be helpful in giving the grace of God into that situation. So we've been trying to provide some expert advice about coordination, project management, and helping people to work together well. It's been a real honour to bring together people from the Department for Education, from the Home Office, from the MHCLG, from all sorts of government departments in order to find an effective way to work together. So please pray for that we'll be continuing able to do that. The third is in the next few days and weeks, the government's going to be working out how we're going to bring in more people. So you've heard of the ARAP scheme, which is about Afghan Refugee Assistance Programme. Well, what about the 20,000 they made a promise that we'd bring in over the next 5 years? How's that going to work? How are we going to make sure that vulnerable groups, including Christians and Hazara Muslims and other humanitarian, maybe women judges and journalists, how are we going to make sure they get here safely? And again, we're trying to provide help and assistance to the government as they think about the best way to do that. So that's the third point. I think the fourth point is we have a real shortage of clothes for children aged between 0 and 6. And that means that many kids haven't got fresh, clean underwear, they haven't got winter clothes. And we're really on the lookout for how we can source new clothes for children 0 to 6. And maybe you've got a contact with a supplier, maybe you're feeling generous, whatever it is, get in touch with us to see what you can offer. We're not doing second-hand collections. We don't think that is effective or a best use of our time, and particularly when it involves young children, actually quite dangerous. So we're trying to source new clothes. We've had a donation from one large clothing retailer, which is brilliant, but it's not enough to cover all the children that are here. Our estimate is of the 8,000 Afghans that were resettled under the ARAP program, probably 6,000 are children. That's a lot of children that need some help. So that's a real prayer request. And coupled with that, we're after vans and drivers that can help us deliver what we have received. And if that's something you can help with, we need vans to go from Sheffield to the hotel locations around the UK. If you're a driver, you've got a van, or you just fancy mucking in and getting involved, again, reach out to us on that. That's a present prayer need that we have right now. And I guess the fifth area is to pray that Afghans would know they are welcomed to the UK. We had a lovely meeting this week with the Bishop of London outside of one of the Marylebone Hotel, one of the Marylebone churches that's supporting hotels in their area. And there's a big sign. It says, welcome to the UK. It says it in Pashto and it says it in Farsi, or Dari as it's called in Afghanistan. And we heard stories that Afghans were taking pictures of themselves with that banner as if to say, we know we're welcome. And what a wonderful witness that they were taking pictures of themselves outside of a church. Muslim people recognizing that the church was the place that was leading the charge for their welcome. So that's a tremendous witness, and we'd love for Afghans to know that they're welcome in our country, they're welcome in our churches, welcome in our communities, and we're going to embrace them and give them the love and respect that they need. So those are the 5 areas. We'd love you to keep praying. There's so much more to do. Afghanistan is going to be slipping out of the news for quite a while, I think, but that need is still there. And if it's something you can help with, please get in touch, keep praying, keep going. Great things are happening. Thanks.